1, 2, 3, 4. Down to the VHS. VHS. Out of the VHS. It's the 18 of my business. Cause I was out of the house and doing stuff. So easy watch my blemishes. And I guess that's the way it goes. Down to the VHS. VHS. Out of the VHS. Got no money, smoking crack, saving up for the Betamax. Down to the VHS. VHS. Out of the VHS.
Your microphone.
Hey!
There's your microphone.
There it is. We were just talking about AI porn bots and we got censored.
Must have been. And welcome to Obscure Tape Time, the show where we watch VHS in their entirety and invite you to suffer along with us.
From start to finish.
That is right. Hey, what have you been up to since last episode?
I'm trying to think if I've done anything interesting, and I think the answer is mostly no. At least nothing I'm allowed to talk about.
Oh,
Nothing like not actual like fun stuff either. Just bad stuff. But is what it is.
it is what it is. Okay.
Maybe I'll tell you some other time.
Oh.
Off camera.
Okay. Well, anyway.
not great.
Since last episode, thanks for the segue, have been, I actually got contacted by a local B-movie director and music video director who thinks that we're cool and we do cool stuff. Might be working with them soon on some things because I have one of his videotapes. But he sent me a videotape that he got off a friend that he was meant to be helping digitize, but they don't know how to do it properly. So they sent it to me. It had mold on it, so I had to got Ms. Bad out with the rags to clean all the film, make sure all the mold was gone. Then she took the tapes apart and cleaned out all the stuff from the inside and put them back together. And we capped it, and it's some locally made punk rock live action gig.
Why aren't we watching that today?
Oh, because it was 2 hours. You want to sit and watch punk rock for 2 hours?
If there's anything I can watch for 2 hours, it's probably going to be punk rock.
Yeah.
You know that.
I guess.
Also, what's up, Special Beck?
Yeah.
Good to see you again.
Stalking our streams. Like it. So, do you want to learn how to be safe? I don't know how to segue into today's video. I just wanted to say I got some punk rock and that's cool. And yeah, we're not watching it. So
I was going to say, like, the segue there should be, what is cool is punk rock. What's not cool is...
Oh, there you go. What's
Bang.
not cool is
There you go.
trying to be emergencies or something. Right?
Emergencies?
Yeah, it says the Willy Group. The Willy Group present Your Move.
Thanks, Willie.
This is one of those things that you get shown in the workplace group room, and
Oh, it's one of those. Okay, okay.
but it's got Annie Dingo in it, and it's gonna be like funny,
Well, I mean,
right?
okay,
It's
okay.
got somebody sucking on a lollipop on the cover. I mean, we got a brown tape protector, which is cool.
I hope that this is the correct VHS tape. Is it VCR? Sorry, the correct VCR.
Oh,
the
right.
tape. We're about to find out.
That
Yes,
looks
it
like
is. Good. I chose correctly.
And there's a little booklet in there for you to read while we watch.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah,
I love little booklets.
so we can do our coursework.
We should print a novel one day that is just a collection of all the crap we find in the tapes.
Ugh.
Oh no, we haven't watched one of these in a while, have
A
we?
coffee table book?
Yeah, maybe that'd be pretty
Pharmacy
rad.
Guild of Australia is delighted to be associated with
it's
the
doing
Your
that thing
Move
again.
video. It will
This is
confer
the thing I was
life
telling you about
support
before stream,
skills
where I was like, this is
within
gonna be
reach
a
of
thing.
every Australian.
Oh.
Okay.
Pharmacists have an important
Ah. What have you done? Oh, that looks better, but now I can't hear anything.
I'll fix it. I'm fixing it. I'm sorry.
Hurry up,
that the video
we can't
should
rewind.
be available through
There we go.
pharmacies.
Oh, there you go.
The
This video is
Sigma Group
available
companies
through
are particularly
pharmacies.
proud to be associated with this worthwhile project as distributor sponsor. As an organisation committed to community healthcare service delivery, we encourage all Australians to develop their emergency life-saving skills.
Sometimes I wonder why it was so hard to get a hold of this kind of crap 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
When it's just everywhere now.
Well, it's
Just
more just...
imagine
Ah!
the agony of
Oh
being
no!
unsafe
Boo!
because you lack
Boo!
simple life-saving skills. Accidents can occur
You
at the home
suck.
and anywhere else, quite unexpected.
You did like one good thing
And all of
ever.
us
He's
need
quite
some
conservative
basic
of politics, but
life-saving
quite
capacity.
liberal of eyebrows.
I may be Prime Minister, but I'm no different from anyone else. When it
I don't
comes
remember what I
to
was
the
saying.
possibility of being
Lost my
called
train of
upon to
thought.
save the
That's
life
okay. I just want to listen to John
of a
Howard
family
talk
member, a
about
friend,
saving a life of
or
a
a total
family member or a
stranger,
friend or a
of
total
all fellow
stranger.
Australians. So we should
I
all be
guarantee
prepared.
if
We
someone
should
had
all
a heart
have some
attack in
basic
front of John
life-saving
Howard, he would
skills.
not fucking care. He would just
And I
walk
very
over him.
strongly support
For
the
sure.
education of all Australians to that end. It's your move.
But doing stuff like this was good for the votes. Whoa, car crashes!
Not like he really needed it.
This is an exciting video already.
He was PM forever.
Alright, rolled this car, your move. Willy Group.
Thanks, Willie.
It's the Wiley Group, maybe.
Dr. Huawei.
Your move. Now what do you do? Reset.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen to that guitar. This is a lion.
That kid's just riding past.
Yeah, well, what's he gonna do? He doesn't have his Cert 3 and special aid or whatever.
True. True. He probably knows more than I do.
You've watched a bunch of these tapes. You should be fully qualified.
When we watched these, we were still having beers during the episodes.
Right. Ah,
Now this fella
20
Is
or
he
more
roller
people
skating?
pass by before someone
must
stopped.
be. Oh, that was the point, wasn't it? that no
And
one
that's
stopped?
20 people who had more important things to do than help me.
Doja
More
Cat's
important
wet
reasons
butt.
than me having my life saved.
She does have a wet butt, doesn't she?
does she?
It won't have been.
Yeah, I
because
feel
they
like
didn't
most
see me.
pictures I see are
I'd
of
have seen the
her
car,
butt,
at least.
and it's always wet.
Nice.
Oh, I just can't understand.
It's
They're
your
going full
move.
movie with this?
Well, maybe they didn't see me.
Or maybe they just
Acting.
didn't want to get involved.
I'm assuming it's Ditto, but I don't know for
How
sure.
about I make the move for you?
I wonder what they were afraid of.
Looks like it. Ooh. Airplanes. I like how it's the Indiana Jones music, but backwards.
It's like just different enough to where they won't get in trouble.
And neither will we.
We'll see.
Yeah. Maybe the AI music crawlers are like,
Not a bad
no,
takeoff,
that's a
all things
parody.
considered.
Glad you liked it.
Place over your head. Pull down on these two tabs to inflate. Well, I'm sure your life jackets will be quite okay. This plane's
like
been
that
flying
t-shirt.
for 30 years, and We've never had a serious problem.
Serious problem.
Minor hiccups, but you needn't worry yourselves.
Done a bit of flying myself, actually.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, don't like talking about it too much, but not sure if I've flown on one of these.
Is he wearing a Fred Flintstone shirt?
Maybe.
I like how we're watching a
those
movie
dolls?
about a couple of old guys watching a movie.
It's a pretty
Well,
great
this one
idea,
here is
though.
the engineer
I'm
flow
into that.
gauge. It
That's
tells
my
us
kind
if
of
the air
movie.
intake's clear, allowing the engine to breathe. This one's the fuel pump switch. Well, as you know, of course, a plane needs air circulating and fuel pumping
Do
through
we
the
really
engine
need to know
operate
this if
effectively.
we're picking this up from the
Uh,
Not
chemist?
like your own body, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sort of
You
each system
serious?
needs the other,
Yeah.
or else this little
What
monkey
happens if
fall
the
out of
pilot
sky.
has a heart attack?
Well, not much chance of that, eh?
Then we die.
Ah! Shit.
How often have you found yourself in this situation? But yeah, really, why did they put like
Oh, good
kitchen
afternoon,
lino
everyone.
in the plane?
I thought I'd come down personally and welcome you. Relax.
Oh, he's playing with
Don't
cars.
look
This
so
guy's
nervous.
gonna
I've
trip
been flying
over
for
him.
30 years. I've never had a serious accident.
Never had a serious
Be
accident.
careful of this door
Not
here.
serious. I would have thought any
I'm sorry
accident would
about
be
the
serious
draft,
enough in
but,
the sky.
Well, it's gonna be a
I
pretty
see.
uneventful
So
flight, so
everything's
sit
a
back,
bit
relax,
screwed here.
enjoy this.
Spot the issues.
Been hanging out for this holiday for ages. How about yourself?
Yeah. I just don't like being on such an old plane.
Token don't like flying guy.
Well, it's good to see you, Ditto. You're stuck like this for a month. I think you should keep the name.
Yeah, for sure.
I knew I shouldn't have come.
Feel sorry for that pilot. I know how he feels.
But then
Look at
correct
no
everybody
one
on the
doing anything to
pronunciation.
help.
Try and make your move today, Stan. I'm going home soon.
Jeez, what are we gonna do
Too much excitement, please.
What? His legs
Think
hurt.
something quieter would be more appropriate. Not those smelly boots, Jack, please. Slippers.
Dragon.
Oh,
Are you gonna move or what?
settle
I was
down.
taught
Yeah.
to make
It's not
sure
like
that
she's
you're
Nurse
not under
Ratched or
threat
anything.
first. Look at your options, then make the move that has
He's
the
gonna play
most
the
effect.
triangle. Well, listen.
A, B, C.
Wait, did
Now,
Black
that
move
could be
first?
the move that
Yeah.
wins me this game.
Interesting.
It's not chess. It's a different game. It's called I Win.
Oh, okay. I like that game.
Now let's watch a
It's an
different show.
alarming thought that for every 100 people in Australia, only a handful know
Did we
basic
get a resolution
emergency
on the last show?
life-saving skills.
Maybe later?
That
Okay.
means if you
Maybe
were to
there's
have
a
a heart
sequel.
attack or an accident of some kind, chances are that there'd be no one around who'd know how to help you. People might want to, your family, friends or bystanders perhaps, but they'll watch you die
Rhubarb,
anyway
rhubarb,
because
rhubarb,
they've not
rhubarb,
been taught a few
rhubarb,
basic
rhubarb,
life-saving
rhubarb.
skills.
No wonder no one stopped for me. No one knew what to do anyway.
I would have. I learned it all as a kid.
Oh, that was last century. You can't remember that now. And anyway, things change. You do it all differently now.
Is that just fancy print or like leopard
I never
print on
needed
his
it
dressing
anyway.
gown?
Is that what we're
Yeah.
trying to work out? Alright.
Time
Or...
is critical in starting life-saving procedures. 4 minutes or less without oxygen may
Fucking
cause brain damage. So in any accident with any victim, their survival will be determined by their ABC, their airway, breathing
No,
and
judo.
circulation.
Chop the neck.
Judo chop.
If the airway is clear and open, allowing the person to breathe, and the
I don't
heart
have
is
one of those
providing
big purple
circulation
things.
of the blood by pumping it through the arteries,
Where do I get
there's a
mine?
greater chance of survival.
Maybe you get them when you get older.
Had a quick look out of the corner of my eye, saw that a car had crashed into a power pole, and knowing full well I knew CPR, quickly turned around, went over to the
And ran the other
accident
direction.
site, made sure the driver was okay, just had a quick check around the scene to make sure everything was fairly safe to go into, made sure that the driver went for help, and then had a look at Kylie. She wasn't breathing. She had no pulse at all. And I thought, well, this girl, you know, more or less is dead. We better get her out and try and give her a bit of CPR and see if we can bring her back. And I managed to do that, got her breathing again, and kept her breathing until the ambulance crew arrived.
You'll often hear me refer to EAR and CPR. EAR stands for expired air resuscitation and is the technique of ventilating the lungs of a non-breathing victim.
So it's not breathing into the
It's
ear.
often known as
Why
mouth-to-mouth
not?
resuscitation. CPR is cardiopulmonary resuscitation and is the technique which combines EAR and external chest compression for a victim whose breathing and heart has stopped. EAR replaces the oxygen within our body
I
systems.
feel like she's using a little
and
too much
CPR
time.
helps to pump
No such thing.
oxygen-enriched blood
But then
around
again,
the
this is
body.
an instructional video,
Airway,
so...
breathing and
No
circulation
such thing.
are the basic life-saving steps for the first aider. And once mastered, you may well be able to save a life. But it's most important to be efficient at these skills. And the best way to learn is in a professional training environment.
She can check my ABC anytime.
Whoa! Settle down, Grandpa. Oh, here we go.
Oh, we're just channel flipping to avoid the commercials, I see.
Smart.
Watch two shows at once.
He doesn't wake up.
Well, at least he's breathing.
We better not move him.
I normally
Nice
know
one,
what to do, but
dickhead.
you should
Hands.
do it.
We should probably make him comfortable and someone had better radio for help.
Me?
You don't expect us to know what to do, do you? Well, surely you've been trained for this.
Well, yes, but that was a long time ago, and I don't remember. Well, they have new theories now, and I never
She's
actually
just like,
thought I
ugh,
need to know.
these people.
You need an expert.
It doesn't seem to be the kind of feeling I think I would have if I was
Roger,
about to
Dillon,
die.
this is Breaker.
Broken.
Broken.
Hey, I got it.
Mamma mia!
She got it from the lollipop.
Oh yeah, just keep doing it, kid.
Oh
Don't
no! They call that a sky bus.
Oh.
You see, that's just what I'm talking about. Here they are, all in this plane, and nobody knows what to do. They've all relied on somebody else.
You're right. Everyone
They
should
were
have to take
supposed
pilot
know that
training.
the pilot was going to knock himself silly, and they were going to be stuck in a geriatric plane with an idiot.
That you never know when an accident might happen.
Yeah, well, serves them right. They should have taken the bus.
Not that bus, it was falling from the sky.
That's better.
F1. I've been racing around tracks like this for over 30 years. I've learned to expect the unexpected. People see the potential dangers of my job and think I'm crazy.
It's just going to be the guy who died.
However, it's a comfort to
Doing
know
exactly
that around
this.
most corners
Maybe.
there's help close by should an accident take
Look
place.
What is this? Every station on the telly is trying to make me into an accident expert.
Well, apparently it's National First Aid Week or something.
Oh, that's Alan
Is
Jones.
it? Oh no, it's on fire.
Alan
Stopped in
Jones,
the middle of the
yeah,
circuit.
no,
Goodness me, Alan Jones.
Leg it!
Race leader.
Leg it, Jonesy!
Going to be in bad shape. Now they're going to have to get up.
Truth be known, I'm probably taking just as big a risk as you are by driving on our public roads where accidents can happen anywhere at any time.
That's right,
and more
Pooch.
than
You made it
likely
just
a
in
long
time
way
for the
from
car
home.
on fire.
I was driving along a country lane. I was by myself.
Oh,
Suddenly a
she's
car
been
came
knighted.
towards me. It crashed into the side of the hedge and it did a somersault 3 or 4 times.
Line.
The car landed upside down about 2 feet in front of me and there was petrol pouring out of it. All I could think of was get the children out of the car, which I did. I ran
like that
away
fire
up the
email.
country lane, but
This
I
lady's
left
a
the
fan
man
of the Knicks.
behind and quite literally I was too afraid to go back.
It may be up to you to help save someone's life. How would you feel if you didn't know how to help if the unexpected did happen?
There's the bus that fell from the plane. Those people must be giant.
Yikes! Or magic. Or both. Oh! Don't even help him, just smile at the camera. It's fine. No whackers.
maybe even
No,
a
but
bit
see,
unreal.
the importance is
The
getting the
first thing you
footage so
need
that
to do
other
is
people
stay
know.
calm. Take a big
right.
breath and think before you act.
At least these two in the background might help. Jeez.
You need to ask yourself, what can I do here to
And
be
remember,
most
don't fuck around
effective?
with their neck too much.
Take a
If
few
it's
minutes
broken, you
looking
don't want to
around
move
the
them.
emergency scene and make sure it's
Can you hear
safe,
me?
not only for
You
the
all right?
victim, but for you and any bystanders. Look for dangers such as fallen power lines, traffic, fumes or fire. If conditions are too dangerous, call for emergency personnel who are trained to handle them. Also look around for more than one victim.
Hey, wake up. Hey, you right?
Don't roll
Squeeze
him
my
over.
hands. Don't try and get up. Stay there. Where does it hurt? Now stay there and relax. No, just stay there. Where does it hurt? Your leg?
Assess the injury sustained by each victim. Check first if the victim
That's
is
a pretty cool
conscious
shot.
or unconscious.
I was noticing that.
To do this, shake the person gently by
Very
the
of
shoulders.
its time, but
and
I
try
like
to
that
get a
time.
response by
Shake
asking
'em.
their name.
Can you squeeze one of my hands?
Give a simple
The
command
time
such
of
as
Australian
squeeze my
Mambo and
hand.
Mentors
Can
anything
you squeeze one of my
crossovers.
hands?
An unconscious person must be turned on the side as soon as possible to keep their airway clear. Kneel beside the victim. Place the far arm out at right angles to the body. Place the near arm across
How do
the
we
chest
know which angles are the
with
right
fingers
ones, though?
pointing to the opposite shoulder.
Because they're not the wrong ones.
Lift the thigh nearest you and the near shoulder and roll the victim away from you onto their side. You must now check the victim's ABC. A is for airway. With your
What comes
fingers,
after
reach
C?
the mouth,
Tell me
clear
what
any
comes
foreign
after
material.
C!
Then open the
Defibrillation,
airway
I
by
think.
tilting the head back with one hand on the forehead.
Oh,
Support
if he
the
had a broken
jaw
neck, he's
with your
definitely
other
dead now.
hand and keep the victim's
If
face
he didn't
turned
have a broken
downwards for
neck, he
drainage.
definitely does now.
B
Thanks,
is for
Freddie Mercury.
breathing. You should look, listen and feel for breathing for up to 5 seconds. If the victim is not breathing, start resuscitation if you know what to do. If the victim is breathing, you should check C for circulation.
God, this guy's so
by
stupid,
checking
he doesn't
for
even know his
pulse.
ABC. No wonder you crashed your car, dumbass.
Madam, can you come here? Can you hold this gentleman in this position like that? Make sure he doesn't roll over. Keep his head
Don't
back,
trust
hold
him.
it
Look at
clean.
that mustache.
By clearing
Oh.
and opening the airway and assisting with
Blood
breathing and
effects.
circulation,
Love it.
you may make the difference between saving a life
Don't threaten him. He's
or
just had a car
helplessly
accident.
watching a person die. Statistics show that most
I don't know what comes
Australians
after
will
D
be
with
involved in a
defibrillation, but I know
life-threatening
that
drama
G is
at
going to
least
be
once in their
give
lives,
up.
and most
Give up.
won't know what to do. But it's as easy to learn as A, B, C.
Well, after you defibrillate, you've got to call the emergency services. Then you're
You
fucked.
all right?
So you give up.
Yeah.
Here you go. You got all the way up to G.
Pulse. We'll see if I still had one.
Not for long.
Put on my socks.
How lovely for you. Will you put your slippers on now, please?
Nah. Go back to the plane.
Why doesn't he like slippers?
Time is critical for a seriously
Does he have one of
injured
those
victim's chances of
sock
survival.
things?
Remember, to call for help, you must dial 000 anywhere in Australia as soon as you
Right.
can.
0,
And if you do
0,
call
0.
emergency
If you're
services,
in emergency,
make sure you can
call.
provide them with a quick, accurate assessment of the
Yeah.
emergency.
Because when they
For
die,
example, the
they
location
need
of the accident,
to be taught
the
how to be a
telephone
ghost.
number that you're calling from,
Ooh.
the
Here's how you
condition of the
spook
victims,
people.
what happened. And if possible, get a bystander to go and make that call. And remember, the more information that you can give the operator, the better equipped the
Use
emergency
your
people will
iPhone,
be when they
dickhead.
Oh, it shrunk back down.
Told you it was magic.
Mm.
Real magic all along.
When she thinks they're old enough to understand, Sharon Parsons teaches her children a trick to dial 000. The mother of
press 0
six had
3
been
times.
coaching
That's a
four-year-old Dane,
pretty neat
believing
trick.
Nicola, aged 2.5, was still too young. But when Mrs. Parsons collapsed unconscious last month, Nicola sensed the danger, dragged a chair across the kitchen to reach the phone,
She
and
sensed
remembered the
it.
drill.
Do kids just have that sense?
She got
I
through
think
to
some of
interview
them
emergency
do. Like, they
operator Robert
know
Mullender.
that something's not right.
Can
Like,
I help you? Sure,
Who can't wake up, darling? Mummy. Mummy can't wake up.
Nicola gave her address and an ambulance was dispatched immediately.
Nicola, you're a very, very clever girl. Can you
She knows her address.
We're coming up.
Cool.
The ambulance arrived within
I still
7
don't know my
minutes
address.
as Sharon Parsons came round, having
I
suffered an
forget mine
allergic reaction
sometimes.
to a pain.
And like, I'll be going to order something, and I'm like, is that right?
Have the capability to do it herself. And when she did, I was just in shock. You know, I think I'm still in shock.
I looked up afterwards.
No, but still, hi.
Good stuff, kid. Now go back to the aeroplane. What up, Apostrophe? How you doing, dude?
Survey the scene. Look
Watching
at
a
your
bunch of
options.
guys watch a bunch of
Then
TV.
Make your move.
Hey, we back. I really hope the big woman just like parachutes out and just leaves them all to their doom.
I know what he needs.
A drink.
Piss on him.
That'll stop the
I
sting.
knew this would happen.
Oh boy.
Hey kid, fix this, will you?
He's out again. God damn.
Splashy splash.
I guess I better go and sit in the pilot seat, just in case.
That's true. You know, this is all the kid's fault. Just skin him and use his skin as the parachute.
I'm bleeding.
Put something on it.
Oh, settle down. It's not that bad, mate.
Anything clean.
A hanky.
Thanks, kid. This is all your
Stop
fault.
stopping.
I think you have to press
I
hard.
think it's already stopped, mate.
I think. Sorry, shouldn't have said that. If it doesn't work, it's not my fault, all right?
He's a lawyer.
Ooh, look at that. They're dropping like flies. Well, that guy's a classic, isn't he? Eh? All talk and no action. He's a real panicker.
Let him bleed, I reckon.
Hey, I'm with you. Fuck that guy.
Of the many
This is my favorite
functions of
show.
blood, probably the most important is to carry oxygen around the body. If for some reason blood is lost through severe bleeding, a life-threatening situation can develop. To control severe bleeding, the aim is to limit the loss of blood from the body. To do this, the key elements
good.
are
That's
pressure,
real.
elevation,
I
and
appreciate
rest.
you, man.
Place a sterile pad or a clean cloth, like a towel or hanky, on the wound, and put your hand over the pad and apply firm
But she's got
pressure.
more than one.
You know, if they're going to be
If
putting
no
this
pad
kind of
is
thing in, they're
available,
missing one
ask
name
the
on this
victim
list,
to
and that's
apply
Tom
pressure with
Savini.
their own hand, or as a
Bring him
last
in for the
resort,
blood
use
section.
yours.
Oh, he will base it on his.
Raise the injured area
man
above the
experiences.
level of the
Exactly,
heart to
you know?
reduce the flow of blood, and let the victim rest in a comfortable position. Continue to monitor the ABC and call an ambulance if necessary. Severe bleeding also results in the onset of shock.
I'm shocked.
Shock is the name given to the
Wow,
condition
me
when
arm's
vital
off!
organs
Fuck!
don't receive enough oxygen-rich blood to
Fuck.
function properly. Causes of shock other than blood loss
Oh, goddamn, that
damage
hurts.
to the nervous system, major fluid loss, or severe pain.
I
You
am
should
quite
suspect
shocked.
shock if the victim shows signs of restlessness or irritability, has a weak pulse, nausea, or an altered state of consciousness. And remember, as for any emergency, always monitor the victim's ABC. Call 000 for help, give reassurance, and make the victim as comfortable as possible.
Because I do a lot of
Definitely
fishing
wasn't the
and
case
boating
when I was in
isolated
primary
areas,
school here,
I figured it was a
and
really
it
good
probably
idea to go
should
and do
be.
a first aid course. Wasn't long after I'd done
And what's
it that
funny is I've
motorbike
been
fell
offered
head
free
over
first
turkey
aid
down a
courses
set of
like
rocks
3
and
times in my
gashed
life,
his
and I'm
arm
always
really
like, yeah, I'll
severely.
do it, and just never have.
Because I'd done the course, I knew the way to stop the bleeding.
probably
was to
should.
All we
push
did
my
was
hand
watch one of
inside
these
the wound
videos.
and stop the artery from pulsing blood. I did that. We got into hospital quick smart, and he finished up as good as gold. Bit of a scar.
I'll just ask AI how to do it.
Yeah.
Get on one of those AI sex
Imagine
bots.
sticking your
Hey!
finger in someone's artery. Spooky.
Spooky.
Imagine if you were the one injured, bleeding like that, and nobody stuck a finger in yours. In fact, nobody did anything at all.
Yo, Crow. Thank you. Good to see you, by the way.
Blood sometimes disguises or
was
points
that?
to a head injury.
The moon.
And a victim with a head injury may also
Oh,
have
yeah.
a spine
spooky
injury,
skeleton.
so should not
Ah!
be moved unnecessarily. Always consider the cause and the forces involved in the injury. For example, a driver whose head breaks a car windscreen, a fall where the victim lands heavily on the back, head, feet or base of spine, or a diving mishap into shallow water.
Crack.
There are a few telltale signs which may suggest a spine injury, such as tingling or loss of sensation to the extremities, or bleeding from the obvious spots, like the head, back or spine. Also, victims may have altered vision,
Halloween's great.
persistent headaches,
Should
and a
probably get doing
partial
my
or
prints for
complete loss of
trick-or-treaters.
movement of
Yeah.
any body part. To care for head and spine injuries, remember to
Well, open the
minimise
gate again.
movement
I gotta
of the
start
head and
buying up
spine.
candy.
Monitor the
Yeah,
ABC
me too.
and call 000 urgently for an ambulance. Consider all head injuries serious, because even with no apparent wound, the brain may be damaged. Remember, providing an open airway always takes precedence, even over a suspected spinal injury.
Well, if you can't breathe, I wouldn't be too worried about your neck.
They don't have a
Worried
VCR.
about yours if I were you.
I don't know what to do now.
Enjoy driving,
Could
Sky.
do nothing. But you'll probably
Have a
lose.
good drive, my dude. Hopefully it's just the right length of a drive today.
It is a nice day out. Yeah, I got no sleeves on.
Yeah. Yeah, me either. She's just so sick of this. Like, alright.
Are we gonna die or not?
Yeah, exactly.
Get it over with.
She's like, on one hand, I wouldn't mind surviving. On the other hand, like, I'm sick to death of these idiots. Oh, you dickhead. Look what
Again?
you've done now. Now they're definitely gonna die.
Oh no, you fried the autopilot.
You're an absolute dumbass, mate.
I thought you said you were a pilot.
Where's the fire extinguisher?
We've not got one. Oh.
But that's her lollipop.
Check the switch.
Maybe he wants to increase the information. Or maybe they want him to, because they want him to be rid of.
That lollipop's not gonna hold forever.
He should have taken his shirt off, you know. I mean, you any idea how many people burn themselves?
I'm going to burn this.
Reporter Lynn Talbot.
But that's not the one that was going to check my ABC.
That's Lynn Talbot, you know, the lifestyle show.
My
Nope.
role as a
Don't
reporter
know.
has given me the
Name's
perfect
familiar.
opportunity to take a
Still
good
don't
look
recognise them.
inside homes around the world. And while each home is unique in its own special way, all homes have one thing in common,
We have a
and
year
that
for this?
is the potential for danger. Your garden, garden shed, and in fact every area of
1997.
your home poses a risk for inquisitive little hands and the unsuspecting adult. It might be medicines, household cleaners or sharp utensils lying around, or heaters and stoves that can burn and scald. Many of us can't comprehend the realities of these dangers until they arrive at your doorstep. But if you can draw on a basic knowledge of first aid, you'll be able to minimise the impact in an emergency.
No, it burns.
Burns are caused by heat, including electricity, chemicals and solar or other radiation. Full thickness or third-degree burns destroy many layers of skin, and the body tissues underneath may look charred brown or black, or sometimes appear white.
Smells good
A
though.
full thickness burn causes fluid loss from the body. The victim becomes shocked,
Depends
and
how
the
much
condition
hair
can
gets
quickly
burned.
become life-threatening.
Oil
When
burns.
approaching a burns victim, make sure it's safe. Look for fire, smoke, or fallen electrical cable.
If they're still on
If
fire,
you
don't
feel
approach
the
them.
area is unsafe, call the
Unless you
emergency
want to be on
services
fire.
and wait for them to arrive.
Really want to be
If
on
you
fire?
feel
Oh, look,
the
I'm
area
not
is
saying
safe,
you do. I'm saying
immediately
if
check
you
the
were to
victim's
want that,
ABC.
that's probably the best time
To
to
treat the burn,
approach someone.
Oh, look
first
at those
cool it
bubbles.
by flushing it with large amounts of cool water for at least 10 minutes. and remove loose outer clothing unless it's stuck to the
I didn't
skin.
realise you would actually burn me when I took the role.
It's not that bad.
Such as the face.
Shut up.
Remove
You'll
jewelry
be right.
such as watches and rings before
Maybe
swelling
it's a little more
occurs.
sensitive because it's
With
fair
a
skin.
dry, sterile dressing, cover the burnt area to help reduce pain and prevent infection.
Not hurting.
Don't use ointments,
Not
butter,
hurting. Of
gels,
course
or
it
other
bloody
remedies
hurts.
Which
Don't
seal
put
in
butter
the heat,
on burns.
increasing the pain.
What?
They
Just
may
make it
contaminate
delicious,
the
not
wound,
actually help.
causing infection.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Keep the victim at rest and
Plus,
raise
it'll
the
cause
burned area
you to lick it
above
all
the
day,
level of
which
the heart,
will
if
end up in
possible.
like
Reality hit
Stuff.
home to me recently when a girlfriend of mine and her husband lost their 1-year-old daughter in a very simple but tragic
Did they check
accident
behind
in
the
the
couch?
bathroom of the family home. In the same week, in the same neighbourhood, another tragic accident. A father who was deep frying foods turned his back just momentarily, giving his daughter time enough to reach up, grab the handle of a pot and pour the hot oil over her face and neck. Although the child
Weren't cooking
suffered
the chips
extensive
fast enough.
burns, her father's knowledge of first aid saved her life.
Scalds are often caused by hot liquid or vapour, and often in the kitchen or bathroom. Remember to remove
No
any
time to
clothing
remove
as
the watch.
quickly as possible because it traps the
you
heat.
get vapor burns.
Cool
I
the
do.
area and treat the injury as for any burn. Burns and scalds
I was good this
may
week
be
though. I don't think I burned
extremely
myself at all.
painful or not at
Let's
all.
see.
But serious
think I did.
burns are life-threatening. So be
What's it
prepared
from, the
for
coffee
the victim
machine?
to succumb to shock
Sometimes.
and always monitor their ABC.
There's a lot of things I
Police
can
say the
burn
fire
myself
broke
on.
out shortly
This is
after
just
2
a
o'clock. This
reenactment.
is truly a tragedy.
It's
There
not
were
real.
3 people inside the house when it started, but only 2 escaped. Now the fire broke out with some sort of explosion. It's not sure
Because it's
exactly
upside
what the
down
explosion
water.
was.
From what we can understand, an old computer terminal in the study sparked and caught fire.
I woke up and
Bugger.
I could smell the smoke. So
All
I went
because
to
you're
see if
playing
Mum
those
was
bit
awake.
So the little fella somehow managed to get her
computer
into the
games.
backyard.
Well, she burned her arm pretty bad.
He went to a telephone box, dialed 000. And when we got there he was, with the garden hose.
Do you know how to get to your closest telephone box to dial 000?
Now, you're always complaining
Pretty
about
far.
the younger generation.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about that?
Yeah, it is. It's pretty far.
Yeah.
The one
It's probably a 15-minute walk away.
I think the one closest to me, if I wasn't going to the village, would be the one out near your old house. There's one at the
Oh
Velvet
yeah,
Road
there's
there.
2, yeah.
Makes you think.
The village would be closer than that though, wouldn't it?
Have you noticed that they give off free Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I do. And I think calls are free on
The
them now as
controls
well.
don't work. The radio's busted. I can't take this anymore. I have to lie down.
Do you know anything about flying?
Me? I saw a movie once.
These days, you just play the
A
concussion
manual of
cards.
some sort that might tell us what to do.
Yes. There's
No.
an emergency procedures booklet somewhere. I just don't know where.
These guys gonna crash and die
Oh, I hope so. That would be so funny.
anytime soon.
No.
Whatever we're gonna do,
We've still got 10 minutes.
quick.
Probably more like 20, maybe.
If I want to see my ABC check.
Oh hey, it's Ernie Dingo.
Sup, Ernie?
Australia's a pretty vast country. It has areas that will cook you in an hour, snap freeze you, places you can fall in, places you can drown in, and places you can just get lost in.
That sounds dangerous.
You need to be prepared for survival in the country. Now, it doesn't matter whether you come from the bush or you're a city slicker on holidays. If a life-threatening accident happens, your best bet is you're a long way from help. So whatever you do or don't do yourself may be the difference between life and the hereafter.
The
Yeah, I'd
thing
be
about
stuffed
the
if I got
country
lost in the
is that
wilderness.
dangers
Not
are
gonna
not
lie.
always obvious.
Just ask
They
a
can
kangaroo
sneak
to
up
help
on
you.
you.
Well,
like
the kangaroo would be
spiders and
helpful if you could
snakes
kill it.
that have
Oh.
poisonous venom. as well as
At
other
least if
crawly
you're just
critters.
lost.
There are many ways we can become poisoned in many different environments.
Poisoned.
Poisons can be swallowed, inhaled, absorbed, or injected into our system. You should suspect poisoning if there are signs of nausea
Diarrhea,
and
cha, cha,
diarrhea,
cha.
with chest and abdominal pain in some cases. The victim may have trouble breathing and have a falling level of consciousness. To give first aid for a poisoning incident, first survey the scene to make sure it's safe and to gather any clues about what happened. For inhaled poisons, like car exhaust, survey the scene and make sure it's safe. Then move the victim into fresh air. If the person is not breathing, give EAR. With poisons in contact with the skin, immediately wash the affected area with copious amounts of water and continue to do so until the ambulance arrives. For swallowed poisons, don't try to induce vomiting unless told to do so. Call the Poison Information Centre on
What about
13
injected
11
poisons?
26.
They mentioned that.
Assess the ABC and give care for any
I mean,
life-threatening conditions.
GG's.
Okay.
Ah!
Oh, it's so cute.
The most
You
common
never told me
management
I'd be
for an
bit by a
injected
poisonous
poison
snake when I took the
is
job.
to
I thought it
apply
was
a pressure
fake.
bandage over the bite area to slow the
Get the
rate
scouts
at which
on it.
venom enters the circulation. Firstly, apply firm pressure over the bite with a roller bandage. For a bite on the arm or leg, use a second roller bandage, starting at the toes or fingertips.
Really?
and
We're gonna
working
bandage up
upwards
the
to
shoe?
cover as much of the limb
Yes.
as possible. Apply it as tightly as you would for a sprain, but don't cut off the circulation below the bandage. Immobilise the limb with a splint to reduce muscle movement. Keep the victim at total rest.
You're gonna die!
Panic. The girls, one of them went for help.
I'm gonna
and
have
other
to
one
suck the
bandaged up
poison
her
out.
leg got
Without
bitten.
help,
So
no.
we sat around then and waited for help to arrive. And at the hospital later, they told us that if the girls didn't do what they did, he'd have been dead by now. But he's all right.
He always seems so chill. I don't think I've ever seen him, like, even at 50%. You know? He just always seems like he's just like, you know what, man? Things alright.
Exposure to extremes of heat and cold can be life-threatening.
Things can be bad,
If
but
the body
life's
gets too
good,
hot,
you know?
its systems become overwhelmed and start to fail.
Ooh.
If we get
Like
too
one of those people
cold,
who's really
then the
happy,
heart
but, like,
becomes
isn't annoying
erratic
about
and
it.
will eventually stop. With heat stroke, victims look hot,
Heat
with
stroke.
rapid, shallow breathing
Victims look
and
hot.
increasing loss of consciousness.
Damn straight.
For them, it's very important to provide shelter, give water, and cool them down slowly. With hypothermia, which is the effect of extreme cold, the victim looks and feels cold. The pulse becomes irregular, and the person may start acting strangely and looking glassy-eyed. You
I remember
must
one time I
provide
walked to
shelter
school and it was
warm
like
the
a
victim
super
up
hot day.
slowly.
Mm,
With
and like I was
exposure to
carrying all my
heat and
textbooks and
cold,
shit.
it's important to
'Cause I used to just
slowly
keep them
warm
with
up
me at
or
all times,
slowly
stuck in my
cool down the
backpack.
victim
It's real
to
fucking
avoid
heavy.
putting the body under
And I never
greater
wore
stress.
shorts, so I was in like
Make
my
sure you
jeans and,
monitor the ABC
you know,
and
always
be prepared
double layer
to start
shirt like an
EAR
idiot.
or CPR
And I
if
remember like I just
necessary.
walked into class because I was late, so I kind of like tried to go quickly. And I just like collapsed on the floor,
At that
and the
time,
teacher was there
it was
yelling at me for being late, while like a couple of the other
shivering,
people in the
I was
class
feeling
just like,
lethargic.
I don't
didn't
think
have
you
the
can
energy
hear
to
you.
continue. The snow was creeping up around my waist. It was very hard.
Teachers are so
hiking and-
oblivious
and
to
climbing
things
down these
sometimes.
steep
I
mountains.
know.
And,
Hilarious.
It felt like I was
I was
dying.
okay after like
My
an
training
hour,
did
but
help me. I knew that most of the body heat's lost per head, and I kept my head wrapped up the whole time. I knew that if I was wet, I'd be likely to get frostbite and likely to become hypothermic, and hence I dried myself off all the time, making sure 3-4 times a day that I was dry, that I was warm as possible.
8 snowing, and he watched out where those huskies go. Because we didn't eat any of that yellow snow. Here, go back to the plane.
yeah, here we go.
Doop-a-doo.
Probably
You want to
check
read
the
some of
booklet.
this?
Should probably check the booklet.
Yeah,
to
there's a
make sure.
coupon for ambulance cover or whatever.
Mouth, do I?
Still valid?
Probably not, but we can give it a shot.
He's obviously no good.
It's St.
You
John,
say you
though.
can't. She wouldn't fit.
Oh, come on!
No way, not me. I can't.
What if I get it wrong? It'll make it worse. If we crash, you'll all sue me. What if I get AIDS or something because he's touched the controls or his blood's diseased or something?
Stop.
There you go.
Really?
Fear.
Okay.
He's afraid because he doesn't know what to do.
And
Well,
he
if
doesn't
he knew, he
understand
wouldn't be
things.
frightened, would he?
Mr. Robinson, will you put your slippers on, please?
Otherwise, you'll get frostbite.
Also, this is everything included.
Oh, you changed the channel.
It's like spoilers.
As a result of the
don't read the
global
spoilers.
AIDS epidemic,
That's why I put it away. I don't want to read the
disease
spoilers.
whilst giving first aid has understandably grown in recent years.
Should
Although
I
there
be
is a
scared?
possibility of disease transmission, the risk is far smaller
Do you
than
think
you
she
think.
wrote that on the whiteboard, or
Our
someone else
skin
came and
acts
did it?
as a barrier to disease.
That's an interesting
If a victim's
question.
skin
Does she
is
look like she
broken
has
by
good
a cut
handwriting?
or
I don't
sore,
think she looks
just be
quite
sensible
like she's
and
there. I
use a
reckon
barrier such as
probably
latex
not.
gloves to protect both you and the victim.
That's why they go all
Always
capitals.
wash your skin thoroughly after providing
Yeah, I guess.
first aid. Serious
But also,
diseases such
like,
as
she's
AIDS
probably
or
not getting paid
hepatitis
enough to
B
do it, in
are
her
not
words.
easily transmitted. For example, HIV is primarily
set designing.
transmitted through sexual contact or contaminated syringes. Saliva is not known to transmit HIV. People are also afraid of the legal problems of doing something wrong at an accident and being sued. First aiders are not expected to be perfect, and not every accident
It's the other
is
way.
easy to manage.
It's the other way around these
When your
days,
first
isn't it?
aid
There's the
follows the
bystander
guidelines
thing.
of
If you don't
acting
do anything and
reasonably
they can
and
find
with genuine
that
concern for the
didn't
victim,
you get in trouble.
you need not worry
I'm not
about
sure.
being sued.
Yeah, sexual
However,
contact.
if a victim is conscious, you
When's
must
that
ask
section?
for their consent before providing first
Right
aid.
there.
There is no documented
You must-
case in
Oh,
Australia
come on!
or America
Before
where a
applying.
first aider has been
Skip the good
successfully
bits.
sued after providing emergency first aid. The worst thing you can do is nothing at all.
We're at the
When are they
races.
putting out the naked news
Jeff
version?
and I were on the same horse that was in front. I'm really excited. And, just went down.
Probably would have sold in the 90s.
Yeah.
Just dropped right in front of me.
I was just making my way back through the crowd and realised
Sexy
that
special aid.
Jeff had obviously collapsed.
All the people around, I thought, surely someone will know what to do.
I wanted to get in there and help him, you know. I just didn't know what to do.
I actually knew how to do CPR because my father has a weak heart, so I'd done a course fairly recently.
But I didn't want to help either.
When you think about it,
So I just
if you knew
blended into
that
the
you were
crowd.
going to have an accident tomorrow, well, you would prepare for it, wouldn't you?
If you knew.
Yeah, well,
Are
she
they
knew
his
that
Hawthorne
sooner or
subs?
later her knowledge
Listen to
might
maybe, I
save
don't
her
know.
life.
Oh no, they're
In
yellow
her
on that
case, it
screen.
was
I think
husband,
that's probably the more
Well, she
accurate.
was lucky.
So yeah, probably. Or
Listen, how
Richmond, I
long
guess.
is it since Matron was last here?
I don't know. Maybe 5, 10 minutes ago.
I could have had a heart attack and died in that time, and when Matron came by, you'd say, oh, I didn't know what to do. Well, thanks a lot.
I was working
You're
with
welcome.
the ambulance department in Victoria, and we
It's
were
Rob.
about to
Me.
an accident
Ah!
about 20 minutes out of town. We flew in and landed next to a simple car accident where the lady
You
had
didn't want to
knocked her
give
head
his
against the
surname.
windscreen and knocked herself out. She was pregnant and she was slumped over the steering wheel. The husband was sitting nearby, 3 kids in the back, and there was about 13 bystanders. No one had done anything. A simple tilt of the head would have opened her airway and she was fine. She would have been fine, but as it was, both her and her baby were dead when we got there and unable to be revived.
Well, my sister and I were coming home
Cheering.
and we saw a lady who'd actually collapsed on the ground, and I'm glad that she was with me because I didn't actually know what to do, but she fortunately did and was able to instruct me on how to help. She did mouth to mouth and I was doing the heart massage, which surprised me that, we're actually able to do something when you see a person in that situation.
Trevor Hendy has come through. Let's see if he can handle the bounce at the bottom of this wave. This is the hard part. Look at the wave behind him. He's got to paddle out in front.
Go, 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 you're going to die.
Behind. It's hit him. Oh, he's held on. He's sideways. Hendy's hanging on sideways. Oh, it's incredible. He's staying on. It's amazing.
If I've learned anything, it's that if you want to get the most out of what you do in life, then you must train. Learning the skills and then practicing them will give you every chance to be successful. And when you haven't been trained and you're not sure what to do, well, you're out of your
Do you
depth.
want to be on our first aid video? Sure. I don't know anything about first aid, but you can show some pictures
When
of
I
me
started
like
out as an
running
Ironman,
and
the
stuff
training, although hard, was fairly basic.
and doing my boat.
Since then, new techniques have improved the quality of our training and therefore the standard of our performance. As a lifesaver, the principles are exactly the same. You can only be as confident and effective as your training will allow you to be.
I've been training
Having
to
an
row the
understanding of the
boats.
basic principles of
If you
emergency
want to be a
life support is
lifesaver,
one
you
thing,
have to train
but
to row
keeping
the
up with the
boats
latest
too.
developments
And eat
can give you
Uncle
the
Toby's.
confidence and the edge that may mean the difference
Do-do-do-do-do.
between winning and losing, or
Do-ba-do-ba-do-do.
life
That
and
Oakley,
death.
gotta wear Oakley as
Oh, it
well.
was
It's getting
fantastic.
so
It was
many
actually
promo
talking
spots
to,
in.
at the time, you know, you're so overwhelmed.
This lady doesn't know how
It
to
was a
do
couple
it. She's
of
not
days
selling
after,
anything.
I know,
that
pathetic.
Talking to her after the event, that you really get the feeling of, you know, of saved someone's life.
With training, common sense, courage, and a willingness to help, you too can put out car fires.
It's your move.
Made back to the plane.
He said the title. He said the thing.
That's the emergency parachute. Unlike
I've
the
gotta
rest
get
of
off
the
this plane.
parachutes that are just
I've gotta get out.
normal parachutes.
Off you go then. Ta-ta.
I'll be able
But
to
we're
talk
not
you
at
out.
our
I'll
destination
be able
yet.
to save you. Don't try and talk me out of it.
You can call for help when you land.
Okay, bye.
I want to know what the kid's shirt says in all that small writing, and I don't think we're going to be able to without pausing it later.
Ah! Yeah. That's the best kind of training. Choo choo.
Pull the cord.
I can't
I
see
think he's
this
dead.
isn't getting any better. Where's the remote?
Come on.
We've shown you the basics of life support skills. If you apply them, you'll be far better equipped to handle an emergency.
This video is very
Remember
interestingly
these
put
points.
together.
Take a good look around an accident scene at first.
I didn't have high hopes
and
for
check
it,
for any dangers.
but I have been
Always
entertained.
check a victim's ABC. Learn your EAR and CPR skills and keep them updated. For bleeding, use pressure, elevation and rest. For poisons, call 13 11 26. For all other emergencies, call 000. And don't let fears such as being sued or catching a disease stop you from helping. If your family and loved ones mean anything to you, I challenge you to make a commitment.
You what?
Get further hands-on training, keep it updated so you can
Goddamn
really
Willy
help
group
them
challenging
when they
me
need
to
you
things.
most.
I've got living proof that it all actually works. So, you know, it's a great thing to have done, and I've gained a great friend out of it too. More than likely a life.
Well, I've got the message.
Maybe we should find one that we can do and film it for a segment.
Sure.
Well,
It
when
won't
I
be
get out of
exciting.
here, I'm going to do a first
No,
aid
but-
training.
It would be us watching a movie and then playing with a doll.
I'd think
Well, that's the
about
only
it.
bit we really need, is the playing with the doll.
We can just buy
of
one.
course. I suppose it'd be better
Suppose.
if you waited for a tragic accident to happen first, eh?
No, it's
No,
okay.
I just can't think of anyone I'd want to save.
Yeah, and I love you too.
Savage.
Aw.
Grandpa, you ready to go?
Hi, Daisy. How is my little girlie?
I hope he trips over his boots.
Yeah. You arrange it. I'll go. Look after yourself, Stan.
You too, mate.
Oh.
Check.
Your move.
You said the thing again.
Goodbye, Mr. Robertson.
Where are his slippers? I'm not sure I understand.
He
the
just lost a whole lot of
conclusion.
ELO for that.
Gotcha.
It's not a
Never
double dog
wore-
dare. True that.
He never wore boots again.
You raise a very, very important point there, Special Beck. It's not a double dog dare. Oh, he's holding on. Step on his fingers! Oh, I hoped he was dead.
Soundstage mustn't be that high up.
all intense now.
What is happening?
At least she hasn't lost her lollipop.
It's getting smaller though.
That's pretty sad. She hasn't really got to enjoy it to the full.
Grab the lolly.
And then fall, then fall.
At least you get a sucker on the way down.
Bugger! I thought it was lime.
Oh no! My lolly!
Yay!
Pull the cord.
Bye! Don't pull the cord. Don't pull the cord. Yeah, she did it on purpose. The other pilot's like...
Nothing?
He fell out. We're going to crash.
It's not my fault.
Okay.
Nobody go near that door. I need somebody to go up front right now. Now.
I will.
Good.
Oh. At least the kid knows what he's doing.
He's not legally responsible. Yeah, well, at least he's willing to give it a go.
Yeah.
Alright, kid, now bank it round.
How fucking high are they?
And catch the guy in the open door.
Oh, I so hope they do that. That'll be so good.
Or sound or smell strange.
No, can't see anything.
Now bring the wheel around and back. Back. That's it. Still no autopilot?
No.
Okay, grab that strap and lash it to the wheel to hold it steady.
You know what though, kid?
That's it.
You caused this, so...
Okay. We should be alright for the moment.
And everybody except for one guy was okay.
I like how he's like fallen into a city now.
He'll get to his destination. Oh, they had another one the whole time! What a sucker.
What happened to Dickhead?
I'll tell you what we should be worried about, though. Wheels have fallen off.
Mamma mia!
To be continued in part 2. Bum, 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 bum. How does this taught me anything about first aid?
Well, I've made a career out of rescuing failing companies. I'm known as a corporate doctor. And,
okay.
The
do you give
that I drew with
ABCs for your
is being
corporate
done with this film
business models?
Is that businesses don't fail.
Is he a friend of Jamie?
And
what is going on?
That really surprised me.
They failed.
When I
Yeah, he's about to admit that he failed. Or maybe he'll say, I didn't fail, but my heart did.
Die needlessly. Children, babies, people with their whole lives ahead of them die because those who are closest to them don't know what to do in an emergency. And I think that's the message that we really need to get across to everyone. It's
another one for the OTT final.
I wonder if it's got any kind of acknowledgement of
who wrote it.
Yeah, with the
Who
actual sound thing, yeah.
I imagine it would be stock, right?
Yeah, or it could be in the credits at the end. Remember him? He could surf, and then I learnt about safety.
Yeah. He had sponsors.
Remember him? He came and told us about his business models.
Fortunately, my family and especially my sister in Australia.
Was that the album,
didn't
the
leave it
CD
proper
soundtrack cover?
She came over to Nepal herself.
Oh no! That's what happened in that Sasquatch movie. Oh gosh, don't watch the Sasquatch movie.
Which one?
Sasquatch Sunset or Sunrise? Yeah, Sunset. Yeah. Oof.
Not good.
That's great. It's too good. It's just gross.
Okay.
They don't hold back on anything.
Oh wait, do they all parachute out? Is that what we're seeing here?
This is unrelated.
Oh.
When I saw this ship standing there and the plane going over the top, it was heaven.
This is other safety
And then
footage.
I went for a succulent Chinese meal.
I'm very grateful.
He died.
Rest in peace. Chinese meal man.
So they taught us to do a little bit of CPR, but the
Yeah.
rest of it was just fluff.
Yes. But the fluff was the better bits.
Yeah, I liked the fluff that was a little bit more in line with what we were meant to be doing, more than the airplane skit. But I kind of like the
I
airplane
don't know,
skit.
I
And I
just-
want it separate.
Yeah, I like
I think
the
I
airplane
might
skit the most.
I might do that. I might release it separately. Cut it up. That might be fun.
A was for always think about yourself and let them die. B was for bolt out of there because you don't want to be seen doing nothing.
Right.
And C was care very little because no one saw you good.
Yeah.
So when we land,
Oh!
run like crazy.
Think I'll put your legs out the bottom. They're doing the Flintstones landing.
And what about the other guy? Can we see his?
We can see
smack
his
into the
splat?
ground? Yeah, I want to see the splat.
No, you'll see his.
And then
parachute
someone
go
give him
out.
CPR.
That'll fix it.
Remember Ansett Australia?
That's all I got learnt.
Tell you what, the Ansett Australia, they could have used the Wiley's assistance.
There he is. He made it. Beep boop boop.
Zero.
That was 4 zeros.
Ambulance. Please.
I'm a bit fucked.
He's just gonna have to make a home up there among the gum trees.
Yeah. Any dingo.
I'd say it's a happy ending. Nobody died.
That we know of. We don't know that they found him.
Except for all those people that died in the stories.
Middle of nowhere, right?
We saw...
No tracking device.
It was the Gold Coast that was behind him, wasn't it?
Yes, but he managed to move that distance in that short of time. Who knows how far he went?
Introduction by the Prime Minister of
Yeah?
Australia, the Honourable John Howard.
Good job, kid. You're great. You're the MVP of this. Because unlike that other kid, you didn't cause any problems.
Got to pay attention to credits these days because Australian stuff, I might actually know some of the people. It's getting that way. Ray Palmer did the stunt parachuting. I Will Be There, theme song.
Oh, there we go. It had words and music by, and I didn't have time. Oh, lead vocals?
Suzanne Wiley. Oh,
it
it was the person
was
who
actually-
made this.
Yeah, it was.
Had her own song stuff. There you go. It has to be on the vinyl.
Good stuff.
Special effects by Brian Cox before he went on to go talking about space. So she wrote this song about first aid.
Maybe, or maybe she just recorded some songs and was like, it'll be cheaper to use mine.
I mean, that's how I do things.
I mean, yeah.
No, I'd like to believe it's about first aid. I like to believe that she's got a whole album dedicated to first aid.
That would be nice. It would be cool to find.
And the first 3 songs, the first letter of each song is A, B, and then C.
Given when this was made, it was probably only on audio cassette, so
Okay.
At least you can listen to your old car, you know?
Malvern Star, we got some bike sponsorship. Quick As Air, are they still around? Is that
No idea.
copyright 1997? Neither the production company or the investor, distributor, or any paid actors portrayed on this video production. Now hit that high C.
Do it.
There you go.
There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Mwah.
Perfect. Perfectly
It
predictable in every way.
Yeah.
I feel safer already.
I don't, because I forgot everything she said, and now there's going to be an accident.
No, you don't need to remember what she said because we got shown via visual instructions as well in a entertaining way. So you just have to remember all the things that happened on the plane and how they would relate to your situation.
Okay. Make sure the wheels don't fall off.
Yeah, that's a big one. Don't get on the plane if it looks suspiciously held together with adhesive strips.
Yes, that's right. Don't let kids play with their little toy cars on the floor.
Especially in the plane.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, anywhere.
Or anywhere.
Don't
for
let
that matter.
kids.
Yeah, no fun.
No fun.
We need some fun police out here.
Oh, that seems
That was
to
like
be
a
it.
full hour. No, it's not bad.
It said that it wasn't.
It said that it was not.
Oh, 58 minutes. That's close.
Oh,
enough.
yeah. It didn't include the credits then, I suppose, which were a couple minutes long.
Couple of minutes of credits.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was a good one.
I enjoyed the recreations, and then I enjoyed the recreations within the recreations, and then the recreations within them too.
Yeah, I like the universe within the universe within the universe.
It did go to 3 at one point.
It did. It was
That's pretty
4 if
deep.
you include us watching it, and then
Oh, yeah.
5 if you include chat watching us.
And then we're going to put it on YouTube for people to watch later.
It's true. That's true. And then someone could then stream that.
Stream themselves watching that? That would be terrible. Don't do that.
No, do it.
No,
do it
no,
with
you'll-
all our episodes. Review all our episodes live on your streams.
Don't review. We're going to get less than half a star for every single one.
No, we won't. We'll get like 4 stars for the good ones. There are some good episodes. What are you talking about?
I just feel like we're not reviewable because we're more of a chill out and watch some dumb shit rather than like this is a good
I'm
show
just
to
telling
watch.
people to watch our shit.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant. Go watch it. Fantastic.
Before it gets taken down for copyright.
Yeah.
As more and more people realize that we've hijacked their stuff.
Yeah, there is that. So this punk rock tape I got, the reason I don't want to bring it along to watch on one of these longer form shows is because a lot of the members of the bands are quite easily contactable, and even the person who filmed it is reach outable, so we might use that for one of our little one-off what's that show going to be called? Obscure Tape
I don't
Talks?
even know. I don't think we even came up with a name.
Obscure Tape
Think of
Talks.
something. Yeah.
And we
I
have
like
them
it.
on to chat about stuff, show them
Yeah.
some random ads, and get them to talk about the videos. So that's my plan for that stuff. But in the meantime, it is going out public so that people can watch some punk rock and never forget. There's 4 bands, gonna do 1 a week on Saturdays. So go have a look at the Copyright Machine and watch some punk rock, local punk rock.
Maybe we can get him to play an acoustic show.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, actually, one of the bands is playing at the Balm Club later, early next month.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So cool.
I love that.
What are you up to? You playing some spooky games or?
Oh, no.
Nah.
I'm like...
Just gonna work on your wrestling?
No, I've been like doing game programming courses.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm trying to...
How close we are to get something that's like interesting?
Very far.
Very far.
Just because I'm medicated doesn't mean that I'm not still stupid.
Or lazy for that matter, right?
Yeah, I
ugh.
don't think laziness is so much the problem now. It's just like beforehand it was that like I couldn't, I wasn't able to like do anything, but now I'm being pulled in like 7 or 8 different directions at any one time where I'm like, I could be doing this, I could be doing that. Like, I genuinely think the only times that I have during my entire week, where I'm not like, where I can just focus on one thing is work and this show. It's the only times during my entire week where I'm like genuinely like focused on just one thing.
Well, there is all of that going on, so it makes sense.
You know, it is what it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything you want to say before we wrap?
I just did it.
Well, anything else you want to say?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm just proud that the Mizbats is taking VHS apart and being part of the team now. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I need to put her in the credits.
And, VHS and VCR maintenance manager.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not to mention, she's the one who scours like Marketplace and stuff for us, isn't she? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she probably needs a spot in the credits.
Cool. She'll be proud of that. All right.
Cool.
Tune in next time to avoid late fees.
And all that fun stuff, Tree. Is that the one? I need to name these.